There's some things that can't be solved by effort. It's just not a match anymore. And part of that is the denial and the avoidance that I still had to the very bitter end because I was so committed to winning and performing. I did 100K of upsells off that and Taylor was like, what the fuck? At some point, getting sick and tired of seeing the same chaos over and over and having my identity be too tied to results and just the suffering that came from that. At some point, it kind of hit like a surrender of like this, enough is enough. Every month you're stressed out. Every month, even though you're making good money, 10, 20K a month as a sales rep or more, like you're still stressed out and there's no MRR and there's no like stability. I was in a relationship that was really near and dear to my heart and therapy wasn't really seeming to help. So reached out to get more support. Know what it is logically. It doesn't prevent you from falling into it or experiencing it and having tools to navigate it. So I worked with Joey to learn how to start to set boundaries and to take healthy space. And ultimately, the relationship didn't work out. However, it gave me the foundations moving forward to not tolerate chaos. It gave me the foundations to be able to have more discernment, to be able to say no in a way that's tactful with people. And it completely transformed how I communicated, not just in like relationships, potential romantic partnerships, but business, sales, pretty much every aspect of my life. Even, I guess, communication with myself as well. So we worked on that for probably 6-7 months. And like he was in my corner every week when shit would hit the fan and saw me go through some really tough shit. And ultimately, once there was that breakup, kind of took me in here to this house. And like, as I was finding a new home, getting settled, like it just gave me the space to kind of get out of that place and then reset, recoup, and not have to rush into anything. And that was like a huge, huge blessing for me. So grateful for you for that. So I got I let myself get emotionally manipulated twice, basically. Yeah. Jeremy Minor personally reached out and poached me to full-time to 7th because Kyle So tried to recruit me to 7th because he was the manager at the time, and I was like, no. He tried to hard close me really hard. It was uncomfortable. Hey, dude, heard you're not hopping on the team or something like that. So the personal outreach from Jeremy. Yeah. Dude. That was a pretty good power move.
Reverse psychology power moved you.
Yeah, for sure.
He like power topped you.
You could say that. The whole reason I kept like switching or hopping or being able to be swayed like that is because I didn't know what my values were. And I just like wanted more money and wanted more status, wanted more significance.
We have a liftoff.
Today I'm here hoping to be able to interview Joey Wilder. He is the creator, inventor, founder, you name it.
We have Joey Wilder, first time coming on the show.
But at that moment, I had a choice to make. I either hit this while it's hot, while people are hyped up about it, or kind of let it simmer out. And I've been told by many great mentors that it's all about the timing of things.
I thought you went full shave last night, like whole head. I might do it this next week or so. I don't really go.
Let's do it. Let's shave our heads.
Straight buzz cut?
I mean, I'm not far off right now.
You got something?
I just kept going.
Straight buzz.
Yeah, bro, I just kept going. I'm a little stuck.
I did it in high school. I looked like a skinhead because I was shaved. And I wore Dickies. And I had a 1 and no beard.
A 1 and no beard.
Yeah, and Dickies and white socks. And then a SRH polyester tank top. That's like the polyester fabric. It's like a jersey tank.
Yeah.
Because those were fire.
Jersey tanks. Like the famous stars and stripes?
Yeah. There was a few core brands. There was, I don't know what that one is.
It's famous, bro.
Famous? Blood.
It's an F. Spaded.
Faded.
Spaded. There's a version of you that exists, to contextualize this for anyone that hears it. There's a version of you that exists that no one knows about.
It's a dark version, but really fun.
The bro version.
Bro.
Like for people that actually know what like SRH and famous and like bro is.
Yeah, FMF.
Yeah.
All those good brands.
Like that was you.
Yeah, it's still,
he lives inside. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
DGAF Deegan.
Yeah, he just like, I get a text in the morning and it's like, yo, I'm leaving for Colombia. True story. But man, I'm excited to have you on the podcast. We've done a podcast before, but it was more so, man, it was like 11 o'clock at night. It was freezing outside. We had barely gotten the camera set up, but it was short anecdotal references of your story. Why don't we just start at the beginning?
Yeah.
You and I met
2020.
Yeah, like 2020, right before COVID, I believe. Or no,
It might even have been 2019. Like it had to be the beginning of 2019, right around August or like June, July, August, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
'Cause that's right when I like invested in my first coach, and then I was looking for my first sales role. That was our first conversation. I don't even remember the conversation. Like you remember it more than I do because I was so new to this game that I didn't know who you were. I was just
Our mutual friend, and I don't believe in giving free publicity, so I'm not going to say the name. But it's okay if we do later on, because I love that guy. But our mutual friend connected us, and I had known him for some time, and I was open to the conversation. I had worked with Taylor. I had worked in other companies and had just kind of like orphaned around in different businesses and got to learn a lot of mistakes with other people's money, which is a really nice caveat.
Yeah.
I remember chatting with you when we had an opportunity. What color did you get?
Yellow.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm starting with the back so we don't hit the pyramid because
I found out that
this was built by aliens.
Yeah. I found out that the green is strawberry.
They're all the same flavor, dude. That's a conspiracy theory.
Could be. But I remember the conversation because we had an opportunity at Empowered Man, and that was the company that I was in at the time. And then you mentioned that you also had an opportunity at what was then Idea Collective.
Yeah, it just turned to Thought Leader right then.
Yeah. Yeah, and now it's leader.co.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Taylor Conroy. And I remember we had 2 conversations, and dude, you just seemed super eager. And I loved that. And I remember I had my internal dialogue was he'll make a lot of money quickly here with us at this company, but he may get burned out because it's a heavy offer. It was a relationship offer. And like
marriage, people are like on the edge of losing a marriage.
Yeah, and it's not that there's not a dominant belief there. It's just there's so much energy that you exchange in those calls.
Yeah.
And you would have made a lot of money because once you get your groove, like just like any company that you've been in,
you're good to go.
Yeah, and I knew in my mind that Taylor, one, would get you in rooms that I couldn't because he did that for me.
Yeah.
And that did a lot for my career. And I knew that you would also get amazing business acumen. And I would never compare myself to him because he's just in his own world. However, I just knew you would get more from him. But that's kind of where our story began, or where we met.
Yeah.
And man, the next thing I saw is I think you were in Costa Rica. Mm-hmm. And you were saying, I'm taking sales calls 3 days a week.
Yeah, 3 or 4 days a week.
I knew you were crushing it because, I saw you traveling consistently. And so kind of catch me up to speed. What happened after that? Obviously, you started working at Thought Leader. But for maybe someone who's just tuning in, like Mason Church started in high-ticket sales.
2020?
Yeah, 2020.
Yeah. I had just, when I met Joey, I had just recently been like fired from engineering about a year prior to that. And I thought that was going to be my life. I had invested over $100K beyond that in tuition to become a biomedical device engineer and started getting chronic physical pain in my body, which was very ironic because that was like the pain that I was designing implants to solve. And then I actually got it in my right hand. And so that's what caused me to...
You would think they would want to like
help.
Give their thing that you're developing to them.
And put it in my neck, yeah. That would have required surgery. Yeah. I wasn't down. Yeah, that was like right before. And that was the catalyst that then had me have to create a whole new career. And I had 2 criteria. One was make more, and the other one was talk less. Mm-hmm. I didn't really know how, so I leaned into sales. First year was like multi-level marketing with Isogenics. That's like the first exposure I got, and that was a brutal start to sales, incredibly humbling.
Yeah.
most I made was like $500 in a month.
That's not bad.
Honestly,
Yeah,
people
like,
don't think that's,
yeah,
when you
that's
compare
solid.
that to what we're doing now, but for selling protein shakes, that's hard to do.
Yeah, dude. That's tough.
Yeah, that was humbling, trying to get your family, your friends. But anyways, yeah,
Everyone
that was
on your downline.
anyone. Yeah.
If you get 2 people.
I remember I finally got one person to get one person enrolled, and that was like the most exciting day because I was like, we fucking did it.
Yeah.
And then the next day they refunded.
Oh, shit.
I was like, dude, I'm done with this. I can't build a business right now based off other people's performance. It's got to be all on me at first to start.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met you, and that was like right when I went into Thought Leader, and the first month there, I got on a call with Taylor Conroy and a team call. Mm-hmm. It was a Monday meeting. It was like one of the first ones I attended, and
Those meetings are intense.
they're intense and they're structured, but also at the same time, he was in the pool shirtless in Costa Rica. And I was like, what the fuck is this guy doing? But he was like serious at the same time. I was like, this doesn't make any sense. And I messaged him in the Zoom in the like private chat, and I was like, dude, are you in Costa Rica? And he was like, yeah. I was like, how many sales do I need to make? I want to go out there. And it was month 1. I just got there. And he's like, let me get back to you.
That's such a Taylor thing to
So
say.
24 hours later, hits me in Slack, 17 sales. And I just said, done. I did 18 that month. And then he's like, when are you coming? And I was like, oh, my flight's booked for this Sunday. He was like, what? I was like, yeah, you're paying for it. I already booked it. And
Nice.
he wasn't ready at all for me to come out, but he respected the conviction. And yeah, that was the beginning of that run with that company. I went really there for 2 years as a top performer. And like you said, that got me in rooms that I couldn't have expected. It got me exposure. I was getting perspective through that opportunity that now I can see was really powerful, but at the time I had no idea what I was even getting. Like I had nothing to compare it to at all.
Yeah. And now, like in retrospect, amazing offer to be on.
Oh, insane.
Like
Foundational
because of the people that you're connected to, not only your team, but also like the people that come in that are leads.
Yeah.
You know, they're not, some of them are like CEOs of like, I think it was, I think Blue Jet was the company and the CEO came through when I was working with Taylor, and I was like, this
some
guy,
really high level people that you'll talk to.
yeah, it's crazy. And so that was, you got to step into that company and you performed for 2 years, A-level rep. What happened? What happened next?
Shiny object syndrome. Like when you're in high ticket sales, and if you're in this game of entrepreneurship, especially in the coaching info space, like it very much has a, how do I put this? People idolize money, and that's normal. And so what you see all day, every day is screenshots of how much people made that day, that week, that month, and it's all over social media all the time, just like chipping at your conscience, and it's causing constant comparison. So I saw reps were making more at Sales Sniper, which was the agency that Matt Ryder was running at the time. Got recruited, got poached, and I left. And went from a fully stacked calendar of highly qualified leads, highly indoctrinated leads, to a completely empty calendar on a lower commission tier, having to self-set my own appointments on an offer that was unproven, with an ecosystem that was unbuilt, based off of promises that I would do well.
That's gritty.
Yeah. So it was humbling. And during that time, got to see the reps who were there at Thought Leader go on to make more than I did, people who I'd outperformed for 2 years straight. Higher ticket offers, better marketing. Taylor and Jordan just continue to get even better. The compound effect of their efforts was really peaking.
Yeah. Yeah. And now they're still crushing it.
Still, of course, they're compounding continuously.
Yeah.
They're doing great.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So
you, I'm guessing, did things ever go well when you were at 7th level?
yeah, I mean, that was like, I actually kind of worked there twice because I left that one because they had me halfway on 7th level to just supplement my income.
You'll do anything twice.
Yeah, I literally.
Idea collective twice.
Yeah. Dude, I'm a little fucking crazy. Yeah. I'll do anything 3 times. Just kidding, twice. That's the max. Twice only. I think we got to get a gummy bear. All right, pause. Let's see if it tastes different.
That's pretty creative. You did that pretty quick.
Yeah, that's the pyramid scheme. This is actually, if you come into isogenics, now this is you, and then you talk to one friend, you say, hey, go get 2 friends, and then they go and get 2 more, and now this is your third downline, and they're going to start selling shit, and then it's all going to come up to you as the kingpin at the top.
This is you.
This is
Winning.
you. Just kidding. They tell you this is you, but really, you're down here.
You're like below the table. You aren't even in the ecosphere.
You don't even
here. You don't even know what happens
They
there.
sell you the dream, and there's 0% chance that you were ever going to make it.
You're never going to make presidential level. You're never getting the Benz. You're never getting whatever.
Dude, even if you do get the Benz, one of my good buddies, Justin De La Fuente, he is like the head man of Lizewo, which is like an EDM band, and they're really good. I still listen to him. He got the BMW for a different MLM, and he left the MLM, and they make you take over the lease at that point. They're like paying for it, and if you leave, it's not your car.
Shit.
Like, oh yeah, by the way, here's the payment for it. They just transfer it to your name. So once you get the car, they have you sign like contingencies. And now you're stuck with the payment.
Imagine they have like a super high interest rate on it.
It's like a shit loan too, yeah. And like, here you go, yeah, have the Benz. Have the BMW.
My grandma had one of those pink Mary Kay
No
Cadillacs.
way. She made it.
Yeah, dude.
Savage.
I used to go with her. I didn't know what we were doing, but then I realized later on when she got the pink Cadillac.
It would be a lot easier just to sell some shit and just buy the car.
Yeah, it's
But-
so much cheaper just to buy the car and make it pink. But it's the novelty of it.
It is good. Where were we there?
So you were at 7th level.
Halfway at
Isogenics
7th
didn't work
level.
out.
I like halfway at 7th level. I never was even an employee because I was working for Sales Sniper, but they were connected to 7th level. Like, yeah, you're allowed to take some 7th level calls. Had they put me full time on 7th level right away, I probably would have stayed that path and gone with it because
So you were like hybrid.
I was taking like calls for this like unproven offer and then taking calls for 7th level, which the 7th level calls I was crushing. The other one was just a mess.
That's so wild.
And I was like, all right, I'm out of here. I quit. And
That sounds so messy.
It was. So I quit. And then I went and picked up an offer at Sarah Turner, dominated that offer for about a year. Year and a half or so. Mm-hmm. It was great.
See, I never heard about that until you shared it with me.
She
I
was
don't think I
actually-
saw much from you on social media.
I was probably pretty quiet because I was like with my ex-girlfriend at the time, really in my flow, going to the gym, taking calls. That was actually a really good flow.
Yeah.
It was working
Yeah.
at that time.
Yeah, because it was like consistency. You knew what to expect.
Yeah, and the leads were incredible. It was like moms, nurses, teachers. They were like all the kindest,
Yeah.
gentlest women
Yeah.
who just needed like a cheerleader,
Yeah.
unlike selling to salespeople.
Was that a pretty easy sell
For
in
sure.
comparison to like
Oh, it was-
TEDx and everything?
I think I was probably one of the easiest sells I've ever had. Yeah. It was so fun.
It's just copywriting?
It was helping them quit their 9-to-5 and become freelance copywriters online.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, there's a ton of money to be made in that.
Copywriting, yeah.
Yeah.
If you're good at it. So that was
So
fun.
why did you leave Sarah Turner?
Because Jeremy Minor personally reached out and poached me. So I got, I let myself get emotionally manipulated twice, basically,
Yeah, by the master.
by the master himself.
Yeah, dude. Dang. So
Dude.
he poached you and brought you back.
Yeah, because to full time to 7th, because Kyle So tried to recruit me to 7th because he was the manager at the time, and I was like, no. He tried to hard close me really hard. It was uncomfortable and using a lot of weird shit, and I was like, no.
Yeah, so then Jeremy reached out.
So then he did the let me hit up Jeremy, and then Jeremy reached out to me. Hey, dude, heard you're not hopping on the team or something like that. Oh. So the personal outreach from Jeremy.
Yeah, dude.
That was a pretty good power
He
move.
reverse psychology power moved you.
Yeah, for sure.
He like power topped you.
You could say that.
Metaphorically.
Yeah, verbally.
Verbally. Yeah.
Yeah, I did some sales jiu-jitsu shit, and I really looked up to him because I've invested in all of his trainings. I've learned a lot from him. A lot of the foundations of how I communicate do go back to what he's taught.
Yeah. He's still great at what he does.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you went back the second time with 7th level.
The whole reason I kept like switching or hopping or being able to be swayed like that is because I didn't know what my values were. Mm-hmm. And I just like wanted more money and wanted more status, wanted more significance, wanted to be.
I mean, I believe that makes sense because it gave you exposure to a ton of different ecosystems. And I believe now, we're not going to skip ahead, but to bring that full circle, like you're seeing the fruits of that now.
Yeah.
These people from so many different offers.
I'm still connected to all of them too. It's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Like you built an audience while I think you weren't intending to build an audience. You were just like connecting with people you sold or people you served. And now you're actually talking about things more in a way that you didn't before.
Correct.
Yeah.
Didn't have that perspective yet. Not at all. But yeah, hopped across basically.
Yeah, dude.
I was crazy enough to do like, you're going to laugh at this, but I managed to somehow do Sarah Turner twice, Thought Leader twice, and Jeremy Miner twice, the Sales Sniper / So I just was like bouncing back and forth because at one point when I was in one of these transitions, I was like, I need calls right now. I need to make some cash. Like, yo, Sarah, like we're still on good terms. You need some volume? She's like, yeah, fuck it. Plug me in. So I've just like bounced a lot.
But that's good rapport with business owners too. If they'll just let you jump in and like,
because I left on good terms, and
you can close, and it's worth it to have you take it than
some rando. They could risk it on someone who's unproven.
We had that. We did that with. I'm not going to mention his name. We did that with a buddy of mine, whose ex we both know.
Yeah.
And had him take like, dude, he took 40 calls, closed at like 43%.
Nice.
I think, and it was like, yeah, we'll give you 11% commission on these. But he would just come in, churn and burn. Just like show up for 30 days, gone.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just want to make his cash and get out.
Yeah, and I mean, it helps us, it helps him, it helps everyone all around. So I think that's really cool that you're able to do that. There's probably some reps.
I still do it.
Yeah, there's probably
like
reps
with Andrew Cruzy. I'm selling tickets for his event, and then at his event, I'll get commission. So I just randomly pop in. Maybe he'll send me a few sales calls here and there for fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you have good relationships, you can still keep them going.
Yeah, I agree. And I'll also add, I think that there's a lot of reps that may hear this that could learn from that. Because I think it's fair to say that you think outside the box on things. And I also will add, that's why I share things with you in certain like context, like, hey, I'm doing this thing.
Yeah.
Like the strategy call.
Which I just did the other day. Copied it. Yeah.
It's crazy. Like when you think outside the box, like you can have opportunities like that. And I think that's amazing because that's the difference, in my opinion, of a rep who will get shit done to get paid or just wait for qualified leads to hit their calendar, not really do anything to like help the business versus you're bringing like a value proposition. Like,
Yeah, I'm always trying to think like a business owner as a sales rep. Like the second time I went to Thought Leader, I was actually really struggling with close rate. And I went into the CRM and I...
Did you blast them all?
Yeah, I blasted. They were not happy. They were mixed feelings because I closed $100,000 off of my text blast, but they had no permission to send it, and I sent it to the entire list of buyers from the last 4 years.
Did you sign it as Mason?
Yeah.
Dang, bro.
Text blast. Hey, saw that you did the program. Just want to let you know you have a credit on your account. Let me know if you're interested to use it. Reply yes. And then I got a ton of yeses.
That's super curiosity driven.
Yeah, and we just upsold a fuck ton of them.
Have I ever told you?
I did 100K of upsells off that one, and Taylor was like, "What the fuck?"
You hit every contact.
They were like, and I was so stressed. I was like $200 probably in text fees, $200, $300. But then
as long
he
as
saw the first 19K coming, he was like, "All right, whatever."
Yeah, man. Have I ever told you how I blasted our entire list there too?
Yeah,
it's so funny
you did that we pulled the same move.
Yeah, but I blasted my book.
Yeah,
but it was a part of like a TEDx like story that I was telling about getting booked for a TEDx talk.
Yeah,
and I happened to backlink my book in it, and dude,
it didn't go.
Lost it.
Yeah,
got so mad.
Damage
was done. Like, I should ask you for 70% of all sales that come in from your book.
Yeah,
and I was like, you shouldn't. I straight up said you shouldn't. But that's for you. You brought in 100K.
Yeah.
For me, I think we booked like maybe 20 something calls. Then emails converted really well into calls. I don't know.
Book a call emails.
Yeah, it was just that was the system that worked.
Yep.
So I believe it's because people thought they were talking directly to Taylor because I would email
as Taylor. Yeah.
And then later on, I started to position myself, and that's what allowed me to get further in companies. I would, like at Idea Collective, I just created a Google form that auto-filled the clients that I was working with's TEDx information into every application. And then I got nitty-gritty with finding TEDx events. So I had my own event list of events they didn't even have because their ideation team couldn't find them. So then I taught their team how to find them, taught them how to apply faster. And then Jake, unfortunately, got sick.
Yeah.
And Taylor was like, you're the only person that knows how to do every little thing. And I'm pretty sure the only person that has logins to some things. Because he was just out. And as unfortunate as that was, because like I have deep love for that guy. But if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have been able to think outside the box because I was on a backpacking trip and I was like, okay, I don't have the time to fill out these TEDx applications. I need to create a Google form that'll automatically fill. And I created a different profile for each person and
it worked
did that
out.
for 20 clients. And what's supposed to take 40 hours took me like 2.5.
Yeah.
Something like that. But to bring that full circle, it was the out-of-box thinking that let me parlay ahead in that company and also step into other companies. And it seems like that's been your experience as well, like on the sales side.
Yeah.
So to catch everyone up to speed, you went from Sarah to then Andrew after, or
Dude,
Tribe of Buyers.
It's almost hard for me to even remember because I just hopped so much, which is crazy.
Yeah, because I'm just trying to get everyone caught up to speed on the story
I honestly
now.
didn't. I went from Sarah Turner to that was like to 7th level the second time, and then did that for a few months. I was like, oh, I made a mistake again.
Dang.
I just like I just
third rep in.
That was the second time,
Okay.
second and final, and I just had to learn that I don't have the same values. Like they just will grind at any cost to get to the outcome. And I was like, dude, I got into high ticket sales for like freedom and like seeing how they worked in the office 7 days a week, 6 days a week, 12 to 15 hours a day. I was like, there seems like there's got to be a better way to do this.
Yeah.
So
You would never see that from Taylor.
no, he actually is quite the opposite.
Yeah.
He's probably more of like doing mushrooms in the jungle or something. I
Or
don't know.
gives you mushrooms and when he's getting you coffee and doesn't tell you.
And then you just get surprised.
Yeah. He's like, oh, hey, by the way, I gave you some mushrooms. I thought he meant reishi. He was like, you feeling them? And I was like,
Yes.
yeah. Now yeah, he's a great guy.
Character.
Fun dude.
So, yeah, I mean, that led to,
Was there a point where things shifted? Because in the beginning it was,
chasing money.
yeah, guy, I want money, which is completely valid.
Yeah.
Like, I believe every man struggles with that dogma of I want money because they believe on the other side of that money, there's this coveted thing that we didn't have before.
A feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was like a shifting point, and it took a while. It took me like the first 4 years of being in sales to actually get to a point where that started to change.
Did something cause the change or?
Let's see. There's probably a few contributing factors. It's hard to think about like which ones were like the core ones that actually shifted the money stories. I feel like it was just like a long progression, but at some point getting sick and tired of seeing the same chaos over and over and having my identity be too tied to results and just the suffering that came from that. At some point it kind of hit like a surrender of like this enough is enough of playing that same thing over and over.
The same thing is in like every month. It's
Yeah, the same every month. You're stressed out every month, even though you're making good money, 10, 20K a month as a sales rep or more, like you're still stressed out, and there's no MRR and there's no like stability. There's some MRR, but you're on.
You have to be on certain offers.
Yeah, it just, I'm trying to think about the actual tipping point for me where like money, I think part of what changed was like learning how to manage money more appropriately. So that way, like you're on an unconscious level, like you don't need the deal that's in front of you, and you can just play the game because you've actually like started to set aside savings, set aside investments, and learn how to manage, not just make money. Because a lot of people make it and then they spend more, which is what I did at first. I wasn't like broke.
I was great at doing that.
Yeah, I wasn't like broke, but it was just like whatever I made, I spent. So I was always like neutral. I was like, I'm in the same spot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like nothing's actually changed.
Yeah, I'm working harder. I'm making more money, but I have nothing to show for it.
Yeah, and if anything happens, I don't really have any runway. And you're like, oh, what the fuck? So my ex taught me a lot about that in terms of, I remember seeing on one of our first dates, she like pulled out a Starbucks receipt and like wrote the amount in a spreadsheet. And I was like, what did you just do? She's like, I put it in my tracker. I was like, the $7.04. She's like, yeah. I was like so triggered by that because it was so precise and like literally tracking every single dollar, but there was something to be said for it.
Yeah.
And so I swung from the far opposite side of completely avoiding it to I tried her method and then I swung back to the middle.
Yeah.
I did give it a go, but that gave me like an honest reality check and super helpful.
I think if most people, or I believe if most people just connected their cards to one of the apps that are out there, like literally anything, go and type in finance tracker.
Yeah, Mint or whatever it is. Or
Mint got bought by another company.
So, and then I use SoFi for the bank, and that has the same thing in it. But the other thing I did is thanks to Ryan Roy, he's like the tattoo artist, like financial coach guy that I helped. I put my credit cards in a Tupperware for 6 months, filled with water, put them in the freezer.
Nice. Nice.
And just did like a credit card cleanse as well, which for me was really good because I grew up in a family that like overspent on credit cards all the time, so I was used to that. And went to like hardcore debit. I'm still on debit cards these days. People want the points, but like for me, it's just energetically clean to be like,
points are a lie.
It's like a trap.
Yeah,
I don't fuck with that.
Yeah, and
just go make more money, dude, and actually save.
Yeah, the points are only worth it if you have an Amex Gold card or above.
Yeah,
because at those points are 1 for 1. So if you're like my buddy Ryan Fisher, he's the guy whose fitness app we use. Shout out Chalk Performance. I just like literally lost my train of thought because the cat's screaming, dude. His Amex card, he posts screenshots of it because he'll put big business expenses on the card.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And you get 1 for 1, and now he has 2 million points.
Yeah, he can fly where the fuck he wants.
He can fly, he can stay. That's leveraging in the right way.
Business expenses.
Yeah.
That you're paying off.
Yeah.
Immediately.
He also like runs his fitness app. He posted a screenshot today. 61,000 members at $27 per month. That's 1.4 million.
That'll do.
That's just
tapping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just he's a great guy though. It's always cool to see people crush it with simple things like that because he still programs everything himself, loads it into the app, and runs a community on Facebook. There's no school.
Perfect.
Even though him and Hermosi are like close friends, they're also about the same size, like height, muscularity, everything. Really interesting guy. I met him from being mentioned on a podcast of his about donuts once upon a time.
The donut days.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy who was, there's people out there that'll know this guy. His name was Chad McBain, and he did Shreds, this like huge fitness brand that was around way back in the day. But that guy's aunt ordered my donuts, like coincidentally, and I just did the whole spiel, like handwritten note. They got a whole like sparkled instructions on how to care for your donuts, how to prepare them. And it was
How to care for your donuts.
Yeah, dude, it was an experience.
Yeah.
Is what I was trying to give people. So donut's a donut, just like a gym's a gym, but you go there for the experience and how the people make you feel.
Yeah.
And I mean, Equinox is the example. And his aunt was just like ranting and raving about it and just like posted a really cool photo. So I doubled down and I sent her another box. Like just because I was like, yeah, let's send her another box. That was a really great photo that she did. Like best case scenario, she posted again and we get another photo for social media because social media content is a drag.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how much you have, you never have enough.
Yeah.
On like Instagram way back in the day. But I met this guy from then, and him mentioning me on that podcast allowed me, in retrospect, to get close to 34 retail locations because of meeting that guy.
One connection.
Yeah, and I used to watch the CrossFit games and like idolize this guy. And then he became someone whose fitness app we now use.
Nice.
So one day when we meet him, I'll be like, I took him through Big Booty Judy.
That was your...
That was the workout that we went through
Nice.
the other day.
Sick. Big booty Judy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Judy.
Yeah, I don't know who Judy is, but
She's got a nice-
glutes that salute.
Nice booty.
I'll burp, 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 all
Yeah,
this. It'll
nice.
go through. So you were at Idea Collective, then you were at Tribe of Buyers. When we got connected, you were still at Tribe of Buyers, and that was your primary offer.
Yeah.
Correct.
When we got reconnected and we started working together, I was working with Andrew Cruzy, helping him with Seven Figure CEO / Tribe of Buyers. It's kind of two different brand names. Tribe of Buyers is like the live events, and then Seven Figure CEO is like the brand itself.
That's the best way to describe it. I've
Yeah.
never known how to.
Tribe of Buyers is just the live events.
Yeah, and then there's
Yeah.
Peace Profits.
I think that's gone. I don't
Yeah.
know. But it's
I'm
just
just-
Seven Figure CEO at this point.
Yeah, it's Andrew Cruzy. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Like, a great guy. So you were working with him, and you're still connected. You're selling for his event. You're speaking.
Speaking at
his
that event as well. Yeah, which is going to be
Cabo.
fun.
Hell yeah, dude.
Cabo Wabo. Yeah, we did it last year, helped him run that, and we did like
Mm-hmm.
175K in a day, which was insane. Got
Yeah.
to like pitch from stage, but yeah, I learned DM sales with him. I was helping just take sales calls and set sales calls for him, and having a lot of fun with it, actually.
Was that like the intent?
I was thinking to like grow a sales team, and he was like transitioning offers. So at some point I might come back in and help him grow a sales team again when things are in the right position and it makes sense. But I met Joey while I was in that, not so much, I didn't connect in the context of business. It was more in the context of the relationship that I was in.
I think we connected over like a post I had put up.
Yeah.
It was a really cool question. He's doing his run right now on his GoPed. My neighbor's got a
the
GoPed.
and it's like, this is
He does his drug run. Yeah, his drug runs.
for
I'll
sure.
just
Yeah.
he does his drug run, and it's like clockwork, and it's the loudest
the
GoPed
GoPed
in the
ever.
world. Like, how is he not caught?
It reminds me of Keicho.
Yes, dude, 100%.
Just like driving a white Mercedes G-Wagon,
Yeah.
and it says microdose on the plate, and there was a huge Mario mushroom on the hood.
Yep.
Just-
and noodles inside it most of the time too.
Yeah, hanging out the side, never gets pulled over.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
Legendary.
Yeah,
Some
dude.
people-
Every time I've ran into Keicho, it's always been the most brief interaction. But
yeah.
either I've been like further ahead in the line for something or knew someone he didn't and would be like, yeah, he's with me, or vice versa. That's been the extent of like
The
us
connection.
getting together, except for one of his birthdays where,
You should do a podcast with him.
yeah, I'd love to.
I'll connect you.
But one of his birthdays, we all dressed as Keicho. So we were all different Keichos with the orange hat,
yeah.
and the pashmina, and dude, the button down, everything,
Sick.
dude.
Wow.
Everyone was just different versions of Keicho.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, dude, it was great,
I'm going to, next Halloween, yeah. I'll be
Yeah.
Keicho for Halloween.
dude. I'll be
Another Keicho?
I'll be Deegan.
Sick.
Yeah, dude. I'll be your SRH version. We'll get someone to be the emo me.
Yeah. So I don't know what month it must have been when we, sometime in 2024 when we connected, reconnected, or what? 2024?
Yeah, I believe 2024, and should go back. I'll go back and find the post, and I'll like
figure out the time. Yeah, the timestamp,
Yeah.
and we can put it right there. But essentially, it was something around like work that he was doing with helping men with either marriage issues or something like that. And I was like, I wasn't married, but I was in a relationship that was really near and dear to my heart. And it was not working well. There were a lot of struggles and a lot of challenges going on at the time that I couldn't really understand or make sense of or navigate. And therapy wasn't really seeming to help. So reached out to get more support.
Yeah. It was a super like light conversation too. I think the first thing I said to you when I got on the call, so I don't have anything to sell you.
Yeah.
You're not my avatar. I just want to hear a bit more, because I believe the post had something to do with a scenario or a situation that's common in relationships.
Yeah.
And I'm being ambiguous because I don't remember
Nor
specifically,
do
and
I.
I don't want to reference something that's not a truth.
Yeah.
But when you had reached out, you had asked me, it was a really simple question, and I respected the humility and the simplicity of it. And I think it was, can this apply to regular relationships as well? It was
Yeah.
something like very black and white. And to me, I was like, it seems like he's testing the waters, and like, can I ask this question, or can we have this type of conversation, is the way I perceive that.
Yeah.
Because I get different variations of that frequently, and I've shared with you some of the weird ones too that I've gotten.
Very odd messages. Joey's Facebook DMs are up there for.
Yeah, and it's not women hitting on me either.
Yeah.
It's some of it is very, very odd women sending strange messages that
Are
I don't even know where they come. Where do these people come from?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Arizona.
basically.
Yeah, there's
Arizona,
zonies for sure.
Texas.
Yeah.
But we had a conversation in Messenger, and we got on the call, and it just seemed like there was like resistance from the first second.
From me?
Yeah,
Probably.
And I had shared with you on the call, I don't have anything to sell you, and I'm being truthful. You're not my avatar. I normally work with married men that are going through or experiencing divorce. And I think you had shared, okay, that lowers my sales resistance. I think I said, man, I just want to hear more about what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to send you an invoice for anything. Let's just talk, and then let's go from there. Because I truly didn't have anything to sell you. I didn't have a program around someone that is closer to me in age. Because the average guy that I would work with is 45 or above.
Gotcha.
And so
I was probably 29.
yeah. So we started working together in that capacity. Yeah, feel free to open up that, because I don't want to
Yeah, that's fair.
choose your words.
Yeah, just
And I'm
dump
gonna
it all
go
on the
and bear
table. We're killing the pyramid through this conversation. I was just dealing with like a lot of anxious avoidant traps and dynamics, things that like I knew what they were through going to workshops and like reading and doing the work and seeing it happen. But at the same time, even when you know what it is logically, it doesn't prevent you from falling into it or experiencing it and having tools to navigate it. So I worked with Joey to learn how to start to set boundaries and to take healthy space. And ultimately, the relationship didn't work out. However, it gave me the foundations moving forward to not tolerate chaos. It gave me the foundations to be able to have more discernment, to be able to say no in a way that's tactful with people. And it completely transformed how I communicated, not just in like relationships, potential romantic partnerships, but business, sales, pretty much every aspect of my life. Even, I guess, communication with myself as well. So we worked on that for probably 6-7 months. And like he was in my corner every week when shit would hit the fan, and saw me go through some really tough shit. And ultimately, once there was that breakup, kind of took me in here to this house. And like, as I was finding a new home, getting settled, like it just gave me the space to kind of get out of that place and then reset, recoup, and not have to rush into anything. And that was like a huge, huge blessing for me. So grateful for you for that.
Likewise, man. I remember just telling you on the phone, we're getting you out of PB.
Yeah, I get that.
Like you're moving out of
PB.
Yeah.
And it was wild how that worked. Because I went on a walk, or not a walk, but I just had an intuition to call a friend who, the woman who enrolled me into ALA. Her name's Katie O'Connor. She's great.
I think, do I know who that is? I have a Katie O'Connor on Facebook.
Probably, yeah. She's really incredible. She spent a year getting me into ALA. I was stubborn as fuck. Super grateful. Shout out, Katie. Thank you for not
shout out Katie.
She's fiery, dude. Thank you for not giving up. Called her, and she was like, yeah, we're actually moving out of the spot in Carlsbad. It's a spot I had lived in previously.
I remember when you told me the details of that.
I was like, whoa. So, like, God was just like, here's your spot. And then, like, Andrew was like, yo, here's your car. Mm-hmm. It was like right when the breakup happened, it was like the timelines to make things as easy as possible to get out of there were just like falling into place. It was like, here's a temporary home with Joey. Here's your next home in Carlsbad. Here's your nice BMW 5 Series from Andrew. Andrew's like, you want a Beamer? I was like, yeah. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I don't own it, but he just gave it to me. Yeah. He was like, have it.
Yeah, because Andrew's in Mexico and they can't get the
car to Mexico. It'd be too much of a pain.
Yeah, and you can't drive it.
It's not smart to drive it there.
It's not going to make it.
Yeah, it's not going to make it.
You won't make it.
If you have to get any repairs, it's going to take 8 years to get it fixed.
Yeah. So Mason got the car, got the house, got the Equinox membership.
It was just like upgrade.
Yeah.
Made space. I was holding on so hard to that relationship for so long and fighting for something that wasn't really working. So.
And it's not to say that you didn't put in the effort.
Oh, I beyond put in the effort, but when you're in, there's some things that can't be solved by effort. It's just not a match anymore. And part of that is the denial and the avoidance that I still had to the very bitter end because I was so committed to winning and performing. Mm-hmm. And that was like the old me, which is just like perform at all cost. You know, like,
pick me.
Yeah, pick me. I can work through it. I'm going to grit through it. It's like that same attitude that got me from living on my aunt's couch, dead broke on unemployment, to $20,000 months.
Yeah.
Works to an extent, but then when you just use that grittiness inside of the context where another human has to deal with it, there could be ramifications to that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I've shared with you in privacy. There was a time that I was really gritty.
Yeah.
In different ways, and I can confidently and humbly say, with great empathy for anyone that tolerated me then, I was intolerable.
Yeah.
To be around. Not that I was ever rude or crass, but it's a different version of me. And even present day with the dynamic that my life and that your life is in, for someone to be added to that, they would have to fall into that system and work with it instead of feeling like it's taking away
from how we operate. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not to say that we're cyborgs or anything. I mean,
no.
Mason, if you give him a Chipotle burrito, he falls asleep.
And quickly.
Yeah. It's within 10 minutes. He gets a blanket, and then the second he gets the blanket.
Get the blood glucose monitor. That shit spikes so hard, and I'm done. I'm dead.
Yeah. And that might be a good option.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Sleep. I did that for YouTube series. And the clip was...
Yeah.
That was the intro clip. Everyone loved to see me
clip it up.
That, dude.
Clip it and rip it.
Yeah, dude. So we moved you out to Carlsbad. We began working together in the relationship side. And I would say like just executive coaching, emotional intelligence, leadership, just more so being in your ear in a healthy version of devil's advocate.
Yeah.
But also having an objective viewpoint and letting you make your decisions at the same time.
Yeah.
So that's where our work started. And catch us up to speed now. Like, for anyone listening, because you've transitioned from working with Andrew directly. You realized at one point, you just wanted more.
Yeah.
And there was someone you got connected to while being there at one of the events. You started working with him, and just kind of catch anyone listening up to speed. Because previously, I'm sure any rep listening to this or someone that's done sales understands the roller coaster
Yeah.
that goes with it.
Emotionally.
Yeah, emotionally, financially, mentally, everything.
Yeah.
It is tough to get on calls. I have no idea how I used to do 11 calls a day. And
Yeah, same.
I have no idea. I have screenshots of my calendar then, and I'm like, it's
Get-
color-coded.
You get sick, thinking about it.
It's crazy. But I guess, what was the big shift for you? And at the same time, kind of catch us up to speed, because you're no longer a sales rep.
Yeah, I'm no longer taking sales calls.
Yeah.
I mean, randomly here and there, but
Yeah, but they're not like sales calls.
no, not the same thing. I think what we're seeing now, I'm not saying that this event caused it, but it's just a cool part of the story, was like, while I was still in that relationship, when I was at the like worst spot of the relationship, I like out of desperation went and did a mushroom retreat in the jungle.
That's one way. Oh, it's better than you saying like, "Oh, I went and boofed ketamine in the jungle."
I just like was like, dude, I was like, at 7th level, taking 8 to 10 calls a day, high pressure environment, and then metaphorically coming home. I mean, I was working from home, but then metaphorically coming home to a relationship that wasn't working and was just beyond, so far beyond capacity constantly. That was like a time when I was like doom scrolling every day, like at night to go to bed. Like,
I get it.
I don't do that anymore, but like that's where I was. It was dark, and I was like, fuck it. I'm going out to the jungle, dropped $5,000 on flight plus retreat, went and took 3.5 grams. And like the intent of that was to try to get to the core of what is wrong with me, what is wrong with my, to like solve the relationship, try and solve all the things. But
you're going to get the answers from the shrooms.
I was down. Yeah, I was hoping so. Honestly, when they, there were some answers. When it hit though, I remember just being like, dude, I don't think I'm going to get the answers.
Yeah.
I was like, this is fun though.
This is dope.
Yeah, I went up to my buddy Tyson and I was like, dude, I thought this was supposed to be spiritual.
Yeah.
He's like, what do you mean? I was like, I'm so high.
Like, I did too much, man.
I was great, but I was like, he's like, enjoy the party, bro. And I was like, fuck, really? All right, fuck it, dude. We're on top of the mountain, full moon, Costa Rica.
Yeah. So you thought it was going to be this spiritual retreat, like the ayahuasca ceremony retreat?
In some ways it was, but like there definitely was a party aspect.
It
of
was
it.
just partying. Oh, man.
It was a good time. The next day, though, I mean, I did have some like clarity. I had clarity that I did want a kid. I had clarity that I did want to make money without taking all the sales calls that I believed that there was. And I have it all on like an audio recording, like 25 minutes long, that I did like in the group in a circle where they were kind of like, we were integrating that experience. And I basically, it's a cool thing to see in the pattern of my story of like these declarations coming to reality. The first declaration was like leaving engineering and saying, hey, I want to move to Costa Rica. I want to make more. I want to have a van. That one like all came to reality. And then this other declaration was this other verbal in front of a group. This is like the only times I've done these like group verbal declarations was like, want to have a kid. That was like admitting that, which was crazy. Didn't expect that. Really knew that I wanted to make more but work less. And I would say that's all happening right now.
Yeah.
For sure. And it's happening in a way that's like sustainable, peaceful, and calm. So like we're seeing the fruits of an intention or a prayer.
Yeah. Well, prophesying.
Yeah. March of 2024. And right now we're in, what month? We're in
January.
Of 2026.
Yeah.
So the delay was about almost 2 years.
Yeah. And sometimes most of the time that delayed gratification is the hardest thing. But what I'm hearing is there's been multiple times that you've prophesied things out loud. And if he brought everything into existence with the breath of a word and we're made in his image, we have the same power.
Yeah.
That's why I'm hyper meticulous on the things I say out loud.
For sure.
Because be careful when you ask for rain because he'll send a flood. And I've shared with you, like working with Taylor, I wrote in a journal that's in that closet like 11 years ago, before I knew Taylor, before the donuts, I will work with the TEDx brand and other specific things that I wrote that came true. Some of them from hard work, and it was the byproduct of circumstance. Meeting Jake, who was sitting next to me at an NLP event, who was just some young kid next to me, and I met Jamie at that event.
Yeah.
I'll say this out loud, actually. Like, I thought Jamie was cute at the event.
Fair.
And then I thought that was Jake's girlfriend.
Yeah.
And then I was just confused. But then Jake was getting lunch with me. And as he was getting lunch with me at the event, he was like, dude, you're a really cool guy. I appreciate you like having lunch with me today. And I thought that was a really genuine like comment for someone to say. And that's rare to get that from people.
Yeah.
Jake's just super deep guy. I had no idea that he had given a TEDx talk, written a book that was forwarded by Jack Canfield of Chicken Soup.
Nice.
And had done these things.
And he was young.
Yeah. He wasn't even 21 yet.
Yeah.
I believe. And didn't even know who Taylor was. That was just right place, right time.
Same thing for me. Both of us had this like right place, right time to tailor and extended both of our careers.
Yeah. How did you meet your sales coach that connected us?
When I was living at my aunt's and I moved back to San Diego, I was dead broke. I was on unemployment, like, because COVID had hit.
Yeah.
And I moved out, unemployment. I was struggling to get the unemployment pay. It like wasn't paying. I kept trying to get it, and I was about to give up. And then I sent in like a physical letter.
Yeah.
And then it all back paid at once. And since my previous job was engineering, I had the highest level of unemployment pay plus the COVID unemployment pay, which turned out to be a total of a $17,000 check.
Nice.
Which at the time was completely
bro.
life-changing.
Yeah.
So that all hit
That's
it.
mailbox money.
Yeah, I was crying. I remember when that hit, I was like, dude, I'm not broke right now. Like, I can at least make some moves.
Yeah.
And so took that money, moved back to San Diego, found this thing called the Entrepreneurship House that there was like Kyle Lasota, Pedro Matos, Alexander Riker, and tried to apply for a room there. But they're like, dude, perfect culture fit, but you're not financially qualified. And that really put like a chip on my shoulder. Because I was like, fuck that, dude. All right, fuck you. Like, I'll figure this out. But Riker and I got to chatting and was like, figured out I wanted to get into high ticket sales. And I was the first person he took as a client to do that outcome. Everyone else he taught business coaching, like how to start your coaching business.
Yeah.
And no, I hired him, and rest is kind of history.
That's so dope.
Yeah.
I used to co-work at that house with Kyle.
In La Jolla.
Yeah.
Nautilus, yeah.
Yeah. That's so wild.
Nice house.
Yeah, I love those guys too. I met Alex 3 years before that at an event, before he moved to San Diego, before he was doing sales, at an event called Spiritual Hustle.
Yeah.
I was invited there by our mutual friend. She was my friend on Instagram and used to be Chloe Eats a Lot and was just a random follower. And I had just come back from San Jose, and that woman that I was dating from Colombia, we had just separated. My heart was just
Shattered.
in shambles because I had this vision of what I wanted, but the stark and harsh reality was that just wasn't possible with this person. Not out of anything happening, but I knew that it just wasn't sustainable where it was. We were growing into different people, and we had gone to support to try and figure out like what was going on, and we were just both sabotaging it.
Yeah.
And so we parted ways. But Chloe, when I landed that day, randomly messaged me, said, hey, do you want to go to an event? And I was like super low, but I didn't want to be alone. And so I said, yeah, we met at Buffalo Wild Wings in Point Loma. Because we had never met in person
Buffalo
before.
Wild Wings?
She was
Who
like,
the fuck
let's...
picked that?
She did.
That doesn't seem like her, dude.
Yeah,
She's so healthy.
Yeah. Well, she said, let's meet there, like, in the parking lot.
Okay, in the parking lot.
Yeah, so it's like a public place.
Good old.
And then we drove to La Jolla because the house was in the La Jolla Hills. It was in Rancho Santa Fe. This huge mansion of a house.
Yeah, there's some beast ones out there.
Yeah. And this guy by the name of Simon Lovell. Do you know who that is?
I've heard the name.
So he was big in the fitness space, and a good friend at the time, Sophie Kessner, when I sold my business, she's the one that showed up at my house when I wasn't well and dragged me out, who then also built Scott Oldford's back end, who now was working with this person as well. And basically, had it not been for being connected to them, Sophie and I wouldn't have gotten connected, and it wouldn't have come full circle to doing websites in the way that I have been. I totally just lost my train of thought.
It's all good.
Yeah. Never mind.
That happens.
Yeah. Or no, we went to Spiritual Hustle after my heart was broken. From being there, there's a handful of people, Alex included, that all went on to build really incredible coaching businesses. Like random people showed up there as well. This guy by the name of AJ Roberts was the pound for pound strongest man in the entire world. Just like showed up there. And at the time I was really interested in fitness, but have you ever been in a space where it's like there's something special that happened in that space? That was an example of it.
That event.
Yeah. Well, it was I don't even know what to call it, an event, a gathering, a meetup. But I met Riker there, and we had stayed connected, and there were a lot of other people that were in the coaching space that, like, I won't say her name, but that woman whose name you mentioned that you had hung out with. I'll say it so I can bleep it out. Mylene, I think is her name.
Maylin?
Yeah, Maylin. I met her there, Natalie there, Liz Germain there. Like, tons of fucking people.
Yeah.
And people were just showing up. And I think at the time, Alex wasn't even into sales or interested in sales. He wanted to be a public speaker.
Nice.
So it's interesting to see
He got to
that
work with
come
Taylor
forth.
Conroy, too, as the sales manager.
Yeah. Last time I saw them together, Taylor was body slamming Alex Riker onto the sand.
Seems good.
And he was putting James in a headlock.
James Hodges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, after he spiked on them in volleyball because we won the volleyball competition.
Yeah.
And we won the flag football competition against Pause Breathwork. We won. Oh, and we won against...
Next Level Coaches.
We went against Next Level, and then there's another guy. His name's Andrew.
The Coaching Olympics.
I mean, it was basically all the coaching companies in San Diego. We played them at different sports, and dude, we crushed.
Yeah.
Me, Taylor, and Brad Newman, 3 athletic guys, like
Dominated it. Yeah, that's
also,
good.
Taylor's scary.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I don't want to be against him.
Nah, dude, you'll lose.
I was pretty much forced to cold plunge in the lake in Canada.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It was great, though. So, as you've transitioned out of what you're doing with Andrew, you're not taking sales calls anymore. What are you doing now?
A mixture of sales management, sales consulting, and sales coaching currently.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm experimenting at the moment to see like what feels the most exciting to build.
Mm-hmm.
The main focus currently is running the sales team for Lead Gen J, which is a cold email offer. So helping B2B companies, get B2B leads through cold email, and then an AI automation offer we do as well, helping people learn about N8N automations, workflows.
He's the real deal.
He's legit.
Like, dude, his free stuff on YouTube
Is insane.
It's better than some people's entire program that they've built.
10K programs, yeah.
Yeah, it's insane because he will actually take people through. For anyone that knows anything about email marketing, he will take you through the entire setup process from the first record you put in to putting the final demarc, which means you're now able to send emails.
Yeah.
Some people charge thousands of dollars to set that up. He'll take you through, it's like an hour video, some of them. But if his free stuff is that good, it's like, how good is his paid stuff?
It's insane.
So you got connected to him from Andrew, though. He was a client.
he was in Andrew's Masters of Fate mastermind, which I was a part of. So, yeah,
I thought that was going to do really well.
I think if it would have stayed, it would have done incredibly well.
Yeah.
It just didn't. It just dissolved. So,
Yeah. I mean,
it was doing really well.
there were multiple men's space companies that I did trainings for that were like concerned because they saw how well it was doing.
It's taking
I
off.
remember Mark was triggered over it. I was like, dude, why does it matter? Like, it doesn't matter. They're just posting to mute their story. But that's like the dogma that many people get caught up in.
So mainly it's been working with Jay, doing sales coaching one-to-one with either coaches who want to increase their close rate or sales reps who are in remote high-ticket sales. Launched my free school group, having fun with that. So exploring where that path goes right now, not in a rush with anything I'm building. And then, getting some consulting projects going right now as well in sales. So really just helping sales teams, whether it's getting the appropriate comp plans, figuring out appropriate KPIs, sales training, tracking, organization structure, follow up, the whole 9. And it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just to kind of contextualize things, previously it was you had gotten 20K months a couple times, 2 months in a row.
Never 2 months in a row, actually. Like as a rep, like I hit it. I was
In 20K, like how much at 10% commission to hit 20K? That's how many closed calls?
I don't know how many closes it is, but like you got to collect. You got to collect quite a bit of cash,
Yeah.
depending on the comp plan. That's $200K of cash in a month, right? At 10%. So divided by 6,000 as an average order value. You could figure that out. 7,000 as an average order value. It's probably about 30 sales in a month. 3 times 7 would be 210. So yeah, basically 30 sales in a month, 28 sales.
28 sales.
At 7K, yeah, to hit that.
Let's say you close at a 27% closing rate.
Yeah.
I believe you close at a higher, but we're not going to dox this. If you closed at 27%, which is slightly above industry standard, you would have to take 104 sales calls,
Live completed calls.
completed calls, and close 28 sales.
Correct. So you got to talk to 100 plus people on a 1 hour call in a month.
And then you have to do it the next month to hit 20K again.
Yeah, you have to keep doing
100 new people.
100 new people every single month.
That's tough. So you hit it 1 month and then,
You're probably exhausted.
yeah.
Some people seem to have the energy to keep going, and maybe it's the amount of vape and caffeine, and
I don't even know how, because I couldn't.
I don't know.
That's for sure.
It would burn me out hardcore. It definitely burned me out. So now we're hitting that consistently in terms of the incomes, but without the sales calls.
Yeah. So
And I wake up when I want.
yeah. So the way you said that, wake up when I want, pull the beanie off.
Yeah.
Punch the camera.
I wake
Just
up. I wake up
crash
when I
out.
want, and
I cut to like.
I don't
fun
take
video.
meetings until like noon, at least.
Okay. What enables you to do that? Like, what changed? You're not taking sales calls. Are you just selling like one like 20K offer once every month? That's what you're doing, right? That's what the gurus will say. Dude, just create one 20K offer and sell it
just
once.
like creating leverage through running a team and having an override on the commission and having a base salary for training them. And
So
then-
you adjusted your comp structure and tied the growth of the business
yeah,
directly to what you provide.
yeah, exactly. So I get compensated on the sales team's performance, and that doesn't require. I mean, it requires when you have I learned by testing different things. Depending on what team you're working for, it could take a lot of time, or it could take not that much time to kind of oil the machine and really take care of it. It just depends what it is.
Yeah.
But it does offer me much more freedom and flexibility, and you're at least getting to start to pick more of your hours, and you're not having to be as reactive to clients hitting you up, things hitting you up, and you can start to put systems in place to manage those things. And as this expands bigger, I'll probably get a couple assistants as well and
Yeah.
help answer any questions or any like random things, so I don't need to do it.
Yeah. You stepped more into a CEO or CRO and less of I need to do the thing to get the thing. Which
has been a
commission.
big transition for sure.
Yeah. Well, because the inverse of that is the time that you have. Mm-hmm. Like, because in our mind, we're indoctrined to believe that I need to commit time
To make money.
in order to make money.
It feels weird.
See, my first like successful business, you have more time available, and we're conditioned that I need to take sales calls,
More
and commit
stability
time.
too. It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, and I can imagine just based off our conversations, that's kind of paradoxical to experience.
Yeah.
I know you had mentioned while you were staying with me, you were like, "Man, there's times that you just sit, you just do nothing," and that's sometimes when I get like my best thoughts that come out, and suddenly I will arrive to the conclusion and understand the entire build that I'm going to do for something, and then I'll show you, and you're like, "Wait, you just did that?" Like, yeah, it came to me, and now you're seeing that time like can be spent productively.
Yeah. Even if you're not doing anything.
Yeah. Yeah. What would you tell a rep who is potentially where you were? You know, maybe they've had success on certain offers, and now they're maybe in this low place. And I know everyone out there is going to say, they just need a quick win. But someone who's like drained and they want to transition into not specifically what you do, because this is Mason's offer. Don't just carbon copy him like everyone else. But what if someone wanted to transition into like being more of a leader and eventually not taking sales calls and doing something that's more in alignment, similar to the way that you're doing things?
Yeah.
What would the thing that you would tell them they need to change?
I guess before the change is just making sure that they have a track record and results as a rep and that they've actually proven themselves on multiple different offers so they can genuinely relate to and train the reps.
Yeah. Would you say save their sales call closings too?
Save their sales call closings.
Bro, Mason has like every fucking closing. It's crazy.
Yeah, save your calls. That's one thing. The other piece is starting to learn more about just systems and tech and starting to think about how you can get other people. It's a really different mindset. As a solo producer, you're responsible to do everything. And as a manager, you're responsible to empower others to do everything.
I remember having that conversation.
And it's just the weirdest feeling when like your natural instinct is to take it onto your own shoulders, everything that comes to you. Because like you're as a manager, you're a central point of like feedback, ideas, and all these things. And if you actually try to put them onto you rather than turn them around and redirect them outwards back to the organization to be deployed and organized, you're going to get destroyed really quickly.
Yeah. Yeah. It becomes a sinking ship.
Yeah. If you actually, all the requests, all the ideas, if you then, instead of categorize them and redistribute them and push them out to the organization or just say no, you're going to get burdened very quickly and you're going to hate it. So you have to have the boundaries to be able to say no or to redirect it rather than be like, I got it. Because as a rep, that's all you are. I got it. Yep, I'm ready. I got it. Yep, I'm ready. Like, it's not the same as a manager, as a leader. If you're saying yes to everything reactively like that, which is like as a rep you should just be like fucking crazy.
Yeah. You got to be hungry.
Yeah, just fucking react to everything and just bite like a dog. Yeah. But if you do that as a leader, it's actually gonna shake up.
Scare people.
Yeah, it's you got to be grounded.
Yeah. Okay. So it takes actually recognizing that there's like an identity shift.
Yeah, how you operate is completely different.
Yeah.
And also who you're being has a huge impact on your team. How you're showing up, like they're watching you in ways that you don't realize. They're seeing your social media, they're seeing how you live, they're seeing what you do, and they're being impressioned by it.
Oh yeah.
And like you don't recognize that at first. Like one of my reps on Jay's team was like, dude, fuck it. I've seen you travel so much the last quarter. I'm moving to Colombia. I was like, what?
Yeah. That's wild.
I was like, yo.
Is he in Colombia now?
He's selling all of his possessions right now. He's lived in Lake Tahoe for the last 15 years as a self-identified ski bum. And he's completely changing his identity right now to be like in the space and wants to be around people. So he's selling his skis, all of his stuff, bringing his paragliding gear and moving out to Columbia. He put his 30 days notice in. I was like, yo, that was my move I did with Taylor, where I put my 30 days notice in, put shit in a storage unit, moved to Costa Rica.
Okay, he's going to Colombia.
He's going to Colombia.
Does he know Andres?
Not yet, but he will.
Okay.
So it's kind of
That'd
just
be a good
like
friend to know.
the thing I'm sharing there is like what you're doing and the way you're displaying yourself. Like you're being watched as a leader, and that's something you should know. Like literally everything you do is being seen and being impressioned on the people that follow you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree. My dad used to say, if you build a good name and if you don't do things out of deceit and you don't do things for money and you just do good work, eventually you'll be paid for your name and not what you can do.
Yeah.
And I believe not many people or most people don't take that into consideration.
Especially in our industry.
Yeah, I know so many individuals that have burned bridges. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, bro, why did you dynamite that bridge? Like, it's not that deep. It's really not. But then I have other individuals I've worked with that I can sing their praises. It doesn't mean they were the best rep.
Yeah.
But it just meant that maybe they were on the wrong offer. I mean, you and I have spoken about someone mutual that we know that, dude's making like 40, 50K a month commissions now. Like, that's crazy. Because when he was with me, there were months he made maybe 200. Bless you. Woo. Bless you.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
Get blessed, boy.
Yeah, dude.
Bless up.
Bless up. So, I mean, we pretty much hit through
A lot.
like a lot of these, and I want to be conscious of time. But what I'm hearing overall is, when we came together, it was to start on relationship work, and it just started with this innocent conversation. But before that, it's a conversation about, I want to get into high ticket sales. And it's really cool that, you've worked inside 2 companies that I've been inside of, and years later, like, it's crazy the timeline. It kind of puts into perspective, like, how long Taylor's been doing that offer. Like, he's just the TEDx guy.
Yeah.
That's just who he is. It's been exciting and also humbling to witness your journey. Because I remember when we had the conversation about Jay. I remember when we had these conversations about, hey, I think I'm going to send this message to this person.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to do this thing. And now I'm not going to dox the next opportunity that you have on the table. But that's not only very lucrative, but it also gets you in the room with someone that has huge influence, and like, it's only compounding right now.
Yeah.
So
a lot of the
it's really cool to
relationships
see that.
are compounding in a big way. I think what you said about the name, like, am I the absolute best sales leader, the absolute most technical? No. But I also have a name that people can trust, and trust that if things go wrong, that I'll at least bring it into integrity and communicate effectively.
Yeah.
Which is worth a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe in this industry, one of the biggest things is your name and what other people have to say about your name.
Perception.
Yeah. And perception is one of those things that's inescapable, because you're only ever who you are through the eyes of someone else based off their experience of you.
Yeah.
And sometimes there's a lot of people out there that don't have a pleasant experience with me.
Yeah.
But they still engage with all my stuff, and I make them laugh, and they're entertained. But there's no like bad water. Everyone I've spoken to when I've mentioned you has nothing but good things to say. And I think that's incredible, because it's gotten you into rooms that, dude, is fucking amazing.
Insane rooms. Yeah.
Yeah. And now in 2026, I'm excited to see what January 17th, 2027 looks like a year from now.
Pretty
just based
wild.
off where things are currently at, man. It's a good conversation, dude.
100%. Grateful for you, dude.
I hate the small talk. Please quit telling me about you.